In this video, we're going to look specifically at the decision-making process that happens for designers and the decisions that they need to make in the 3 production stages, which are generation of ideas, development of concepts, and refinement of ideas. And this is where the intangible, that is the spoken ideas from the client and designer established in the design brief and those little ideas that start bubbling away during research, become tangible. That is, they start materializing in sketches and models and digital presentations. So it's in these stages that designers use their specialized skills and training to explore and experiment and make really key decisions about the designs they're working on. A freelance designer will do work through these stages themselves, but a design studio may have junior designers who do the grunt work with the lead designer or art director who formulates the idea right from the beginning and then hands over sort of that development and refinement work to these junior designers. Regular team meetings will occur in this design studio setup to ensure that this process is really, really smooth. So let's start with the generation of ideas. Most designers are going to produce their ideas into some tangible form, a sketch. This can either be digital or traditional in the form of concept sketches. Many existing designers will sketch using traditional methods though. Let's have a look. You know, they carry their sketchbooks with them so that they can quickly jot down those ideas. It's not uncommon for designers to just grab any rough bit of paper, or even Paula Scher, who once famously drew her Citibank logo design on a napkin.
Mark Newson loves automobiles, but his favourite place to actually do his design work is away from all distractions, on an aeroplane. He thinks and thinks and thinks, visualising his design, and then he starts to sketch.
I generally work in both mediums, both handwritten stuff, drawing, and then also software like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, all those different programs. Oftentimes, especially when I'm working in print, I try to get away from the computer and I end up doing a lot of sketching. Sketching is really the best way to develop ideas. They think that the computer can enhance their creativity and it's faster and it's more efficient. I just find that the best ideas come when you're able to sit down, you're able to sketch, and you're able to sketch a lot of different things, and you get ideas on the table, and the computer is really a tool for manifesting those ideas.
So there are decisions that all designers make at these key times based on the needs of the client and those specific parameters outlined in the brief. As designers develop and refine their concepts, they use many methods. You know, they will use Photoshop, Illustrator. An architect might use software called Revit, or they might use SketchUp to render a space in 3 dimensions, or they can use pretty traditional methods like Frank Gehry can be seen doing here, where he's using the most traditional of model making methods to construct and solve problems. He's using card and scissors. You can see he's bending and folding the materials to make this small scale version of his design to solve problems.
I see behind you, there's this sort of strange sort of Doctor Who-like sort of...
coffee machine.
Well, whatever it is. Certainly there's nothing terribly appealing about its design. It's making a sort of intriguing noise. But this is a sort of rather magical object, isn't it?
These kinds of machines are generally referred to as generically as rapid prototyping machines. And what that means, as the name suggests, is that they can make prototypes very, very rapidly.
In 3 dimensions?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. It's like a 3-dimensional printer.
What's it cooking at the moment?
It's a perfectly accurate scale version of the real thing, complete with little holes. So it's kind of an extraordinary thing.
It sounds easy, actually, to me.
It is, it's not that easy. I mean, it's more than pressing a button. Here we have, you know, a large version of the same chair. So with the same digital data that was used to make that chair, we made this chair, we made the molds, and here you have the real thing.
These are your comments, are they, which are on the chair?
Yeah, I mean, this is a prototype. You know, we'll go through many, many iterations until we get it right.
So designers make decisions on which design elements and design principles to use based on the parameters of the brief. And they also have to make decisions on which methods, media, materials to use based on their own experience, based on what the client needs. So to summarize, here are just some of the decisions that designers need to make. So it's really good for you to have a look at this list and to print out the PDF version of this, because you'll probably be asked a question on the end of your exam about this and you're sacked.